This is so cool.
So this is Taco Tuesday girl.
Hey, I know her. This is not boring. I agree with that.
My
Long form, unedited conversation. I love it.
Jeremy Fragrance meeting Cody Co. I'm meeting the man that made me more famous in America. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
I also brought gifts for you.
Okay.
I will give Cody Co. my fragrance that is sexy for the date, and my fragrance that is sexy for the office, and my candle, which I call Gentleman's Lounge, which is handmade in Italy, which will smell very good like tobacco, for example.
Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the gifts. What an entrance. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to sit?
Yes, of course.
We're already rolling, so.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was
Yeah,
for
sorry.
me.
We should have warned you.
Okay.
But that
Jeremy
was
Fragrance meeting Cody Co.
oh, okay, we're going live with it, I guess.
I
I was hoping we'd like surprise people, but
It's-
we're going up.
My friend
We're
Michael
live.
is with me here, and I stay at him in Malibu. And I also spend time in Venice Beach, the Arnold Schwarzenegger area. And now we're somewhere else again. We drove 40 minutes instead of staying there.
Yeah, wait. That's LA though.
Yes.
You have to sit in traffic.
Okay. Well, this man looks attractive. Let's think what the people would care about when they see this. I would say what I noticed is he looks very attractive in reality. I don't watch videos of you anyways.
I know. We just saw. Well, what's weird? Can I intro you first?
Yes, of
before we
course.
get into it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Insanely Chill. Please, if you like this episode, like this video on YouTube, and of course, follow us on Spotify and everything. Leave us a review. Today we have the man, the myth, the legend, Jeremy Fragrance with us,
Thank you.
and we just bumped into each other. Actually, we set this
my
up.
born name is Daniel Schredzinski. Then I
Sorry, I
turned to
should've
Daniel Schütz because my mom married a German. And then I called myself Jeremy Fragrance. And I thought if I should become American, I want to say that my name is Jeremy Fragrance. It's already on my credit card. But America makes it possible if you can fly to the Mars. If I should be American, I would like to be Jeremy Fragrance.
So is that your stage name, or are you going to change your? Have you changed it officially to Jeremy Fragrance?
I have it on my passport in the way that I can make the contracts with the name Jeremy Fragrance, and I have it on. But
You have a passport with the name Jeremy Fragrance on it?
yes, but also my other German name. I have also the Black American Express,
Nice.
and it's also written Jeremy Fragrance on it.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show it because I don't want.
Yeah, because in German I say, who decides who you are? Are you the man that just made $1 million and now you're the rich kid? And 2 months ago you were living with mommy, and then you were the little idiot that lives with mommy. And I suggest you to have a strong sense of who you are, and then other people will understand that when you have that type of a mindset that this is who I am.
And who are you?
Well, first of all, although this is funny, of course, I'm a follower of Jesus. That's the thing. That's who I am. And
Why is it funny?
what do you mean? What is it? No, because this show, I assume, is in a
yes,
funny
yeah.
perspective. This is not so funny. But besides that, I'm a guy that my current idea on what I want to do. I want to live in America, not in Germany anymore, and I want to have a family, and then create some type of a legacy as a Jeremy Fragrance guy. And because you asked who am I or what do I want to do, and when I leave, it can be a little bit like with Steve Jobs. They will bring fragrances to my grave, I assume, and I'll be dressed white, but we have daily goals, like the daily things. Eat healthy today, and yes, I did my sprint, and yes, I did the cold shower. Those are daily goals. And then you have major goals like I want to move to USA, I want to have a son and a daughter, for example. And then you have these epic goals like what comes after you die type of things. So I focus my daily things around this Jeremy Fragrance thing, and I use it as a highway to be very significant because I like that feeling of significance instead of playing a computer game, and to also show my ownership to God, because we can only be kings, let's say, but you yourself or we are not gods, because that's, of course, so there's always somebody above you, and so it's a lot of stuff that's coming out. But for me, it's move to America, create the family, and be the Jeremy Fragrance
Why
person.
America?
Because I like the attitude of America, as far as I understand the attitude of America, which would means from down to the top. Let's go, big thinking, number one. People are equal. There are other big countries, but I don't know the general idea of India. My parents are from Poland, and we could also speak about East Europe. I don't know the general idea of, let's say, Russia or of China, and that's why I like the idea of this big country the most out of every other country, including Germany, and that's why I say I like to be here. And don't forget, it's also a bit of brainwashing thing with the Hollywood. Of course, you look the nice movies, and what you see as a kid is very important. I don't know what you saw as a kid, but I saw Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Jackson, and that is mainly here in the American area. Nowadays, it's different. Be aware of that. The kids nowadays see people like us. And
Who do you like now? Who do you watch?
If I watch something on YouTube,
I meant like on TikTok. Like, who's your favorite?
I don't watch other.
Just post.
I don't watch other social media people.
Yeah, you didn't even know what I look like.
Yeah,
I bumped into you earlier, and I was like, "Hey," and you were like,
yes.
And I was like, "You're coming on my podcast today?"
Yes. Of course, I know you from the YouTube after you made video about me, but generally I don't look so much about others, except I want to learn about, let's say, nutrition or how to sing or how to dance, things like that.
Can you sing?
Of course I can sing a little bit, but I'm not the best singer, I'm not the best dancer, but I'm the best number one influencer, you could say. So
Number one?
Of course.
Of all time?
Hello, I'm the first of my kind in that scale.
Of fragrance.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hello. Look, you could also say Red Bull was not the first, because there were other energy drinks before that. But let's say this term first to mind solution, fragrance person, fragrance influencer, I got that niche covered.
I have seen other people.
Yes.
Yep. I have seen other people on TikTok and stuff reviewing fragrances, and I remember like I hadn't seen that before I saw you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it does feel like, did you invent?
I tell you the story how it happened. When the first time I was in America with 19, I went into an Abercrombie & Fitch store in Hawaii, and I liked the smell in it. And when I came back, I researched that fragrance on YouTube. We didn't have Abercrombie in Germany, and also not that experience with the store smells so well. And I was surprised that you have people speaking on a visual media about fragrance, and I did it myself then too. And what I quickly noticed is that people like it more when you describe fragrances in an emotional way, instead of saying, this fragrance smells like lemon, cedarwood, and patchouli, which it does. But it's so uninteresting.
So describe it in an emotional.
Yeah, you could say it's a sexy millionaire living in Wall Street. Would be picture thinking. It's like when I made a very emotional way of describing fragrances which people connect, and I focused on that. Similar as if you would hear a song, you would also not describe that song to me. It has a D minor note and then C chord and such a nice
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
type of a song. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? This can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. Yes,
Woo,
thank you.
Okay. Fantastic. You know a lot of those lyrics.
I tell
You know he was in a boy band?
I was in two
Like
boy
two.
bands.
No way.
I tell you something that I did what most humans have not done. I was in a German TV show where they put us in a room and we don't have even radio. We don't even have books and you don't even look outside the window. So it's artificially type of a cage, very small.
What?
It's complicated, but it's called Celebrity
Prison?
Big Brother.
I mean, you made it sound like it was prison, but it's
was
It's a reality. It was a reality show.
They threw me in the poor area, and I learned to visualize a lot. And I can suggest you people to rather destimulate yourself a little bit from the media, like another TikTok, and try to come from the inside the visualization. And so, for example, I noticed I was visualizing with a girl I had a moment. It was so good. It was a mix of romance and intimacy. And I had such a good type of behavior. It was such a good sweet spot between fierce, sexy, but also good. You see, if a person is only motivated, let's say, by money or only motivated by physical intercourse, you see it in their face and they often don't make the right decisions. And just as a side note, that's why I consider a relationship very important, that it's also balanced and not only physical, because I was losing a little bit of that visualization of that woman where I had the good mix of both romance and the other thing. And then I said, I'm losing that. And then I thought about a different woman before that, where it was a very physical situation. And I thought, I got it. Okay, but I felt like I was a bit more stupid and not so humble to other people. So the conclusion of the last 4 minutes, I would say, would be have a romantic and physical relationship and sensitize yourself from these many medias that you have.
And you learned that during Celebrity Big Brother.
Yes. Also,
did you
before
win?
That, I was like Justin Timberlake leaving the boy band because I was 7 days in the poor room where I didn't eat. So I only drank water. The others ate, but I decided to not eat 7 days. And then I won the first, and I kept my white suit on because people had to dress as poor people. I said, no, this is my signature look. And I became a type of a Robin Hood in Germany because of that. I stay like this. And so they punished me. You can't go out. You don't even have a chance to go in the wealthy area. And they left me until only 2 people were left, a woman and me. And then I won the challenge against that woman. And I got into the wealthy as the first guy in that super loft environment. And I even didn't eat there. And I just left after one night in that wealthy thing, and I won that challenge in the wealthy thing. I didn't even eat here. And normally when you exit that show, they don't like you. But I got my own TV show one day after that. We started filming. I got many calls, and the boss of that television thing invited me to his house. It was so good. So I left earlier. And that was good, and I got so much attention from the media.
Is it still, like, are you a huge celebrity in Germany?
In Germany, I'm one of the most popular humans in Germany.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Easy.
Actually? Like, can you walk down the street?
Yes, of course I can.
Well, people is it like Justin Bieber?
No, because most viewers are men, but the general viewers are 17 to 25-year-old men. And of course, there are areas where they don't know me, but when we go to Munich or Berlin or Cologne, you will notice that it's very intense. But let's think how we can help the listeners and viewers of this show right now, because let's think how we can help them.
Well, let's talk about self-improvement then.
What would
Give me your morning routine.
Okay, my morning routine is something that is pretty cheap to do that I suggest others as well. I see you have a little bit information about me.
Yeah.
So I do the cold shower thing because when the Corona thing happened, I just looked how to be healthy, and one of the things I noticed is the Wim Hof thing. So cold shower in the morning, easy.
We all did cold plunges this morning.
fantastic.
We felt good, right? Yeah.
So let's say 3 things I suggest: do the cold shower, drink green tea, and have 80% of the work done before you eat breakfast. That can be sometimes at 2 p.m. then. You don't have to have almost everything done, but again, cold shower, drink green tea, and then have 80% of the work done before you are finished.
What's the alarm?
Ja, this is just a friend calling me und ich bin mitten in einer Show. Weißt du, also das ist ja... Okay, ich rufe dich gleich zurück. Sometimes friends call me and they want to...
Wait. You, as your ringtone, you have the fucking alarm sound?
It's just...
That is insane.
What do you mean? Is that unusual?
That's what we all have as our like alarm sound, so we hate it. Wait, when you set your alarm on your phone and you wake up in the morning,
It's the same.
it's the same.
Yes, it's the same.
Dude, that's like the worst sound ever. Are you not like conditioned to hate that sound?
When I wake up, I know it's coming.
And then when a friend calls you, it's same thing.
I don't know if I just did it now, but it's very shocking. It's very intense moment.
That's hilarious. Always on defense, right? Or always on offense, maybe.
But I also like to retreat in the way that I know what works, of course. I know that the jumping energy person works a lot, and I do it without any drugs. It's very good for me.
Have you ever done drugs?
No, never in my life I've taken any drugs except drinking alcohol.
So when people say that you've done cocaine,
Yeah, I
on
think
all your
it's
periods,
so-
that's not true.
It's such a compliment when people say I ate or drink or sniff the cocaine. I think it's such a compliment, but I don't do that. And also I think it's not sustainable. I want to do this until I die, and I think I do it daily power. I have the daily energy, and you don't do it. I gotta tell you something that happened in Ibiza.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
Story?
Yeah, because it's so tragical. There was a guy, he was on cocaine, and he wanted me to try, and I didn't want to, and I think he wanted to put something in my mouth. I said, fuck, that is like, so this, I had once such a situation.
So a guy tried to put drugs in your mouth.
Like,
okay.
try it. I said, fuck, crazy person. No, but I don't like that. And I'm also egoistic in the way that I think I don't want to give the alcohol or the drugs some type of, how can you say it in English, reward that they make me strong. Because there are DJs that need to take a drug or drink alcohol, and otherwise they don't go on stage.
You're looking at one.
Cody, what would you say are 3 things that improved your lifestyle?
Sleep.
Okay, good sleep.
Running.
You mean fast running or just jogging?
Both.
Okay.
And salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the skin or without the skin?
I like it with the skin.
Because it's a major difference in the fat content. But you hear it's good fat, of course.
So you're saying I should eat it without the skin?
No. What you could
That's
also...
going to be...
I can open that for you.
What you could also do is you could just put the salmon on the skinny side and then put other things like vegetables into the pan, and then you use that fat that comes out of the salmon, so you don't have to use butter or something.
Right.
And then you remove the skin and throw it away, and you have still the benefits, and you didn't use fat.
Yeah, okay. Wow, this is pungent.
This already without... Then I should rather prepare you with my office fragrance. This is just a candle. Woo-hoo! It's handmade in Italy by the Tiziana Terenzi family. The good thing is, because I'm the #1 fragrance influencer, I have easy time in working with other people from the industry. And this, technically, you can eat the wax. I ate it, but not now anymore because it's now infused with oil. I want to tell you, because it's food grade level, it's so highly filtered, and that wooden wick is also nice. It makes a nice sound.
Yeah. Can I ask you, gentleman's lounge?
Yes.
That's what does that mean?
I make fragrances for specific situations like the office, the date. And so with the candles, I thought my first candle was called Movie Night. It's called Movie Night. So you watch it when you burn it when you watch a movie with a woman, for example. And this, I thought you have the poker scenario, or you have the talk with the men, and then you burn it. And it's much more dominant, masculine tobacco than my sweet movie night smell.
Sometimes gentleman's lounge here means strip club.
Oh, okay. You see, I have the German background. I don't mean that. I just mean I thought of a scenario like with this. This is, I assume you know a man like a fragrance like Acqua di Gio.
Yeah, of course.
This is by the man who made Acqua di Gio. It's fresh, clean, and sexy.
That does smell pretty sexy.
It's for the office. You will get a lot of compliments.
Office.
And this one is also sexy.
What's that one called?
It's called Date.
Date.
So you wear it on a date.
You wear it when you're eating dates.
Eating dates?
Yeah.
Or on a date?
Dates is very delicious food. I did once a 36-8 diet.
What's that?
Not a 16-8 diet. I did for a long time 36-8, meaning one day not eating, one day eating. And the way on how I could do that is because I was looking forward to my dates in the evening.
Ah.
And
you're big on fasting.
I don't like it so much, but it's sometimes this adversity is better. But I got used to eating the dates, and I'm not doing it anymore. But
eating during dates?
Dates, just the dates.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But one thing I want to tell the viewers, which I think they could benefit from, is I learned it from. I say that in Germany that I learned it from this, but I make it short. We all generally look forward to something daily or towards bigger things. Let's say in the evening you look forward to your evening beer, or let's say eating the dates in the evening. You look forward, when I'm home, I eat my dates, or you look forward to playing World of Warcraft, or look forward hugging your girlfriend.
Right.
These are scenarios that
or
already...
backing off.
These three that I said are already things that you are now getting energy. I'm now already getting energy, let's say, because yes, the dates are coming. Yes. Okay, then that is good. We get the energy. And then the act of the stimulation happens, let's say the dates.
Yeah.
And then you have to watch out what I tell you now and what happens. Because once you are in the act of the stimulation, which is in this case eating the dates.
Or?
No, wait. And then you have to watch out what comes after that.
Yeah.
Because if the situation that comes after the act is not so interesting as the stimulation itself, you involuntarily are going out of it because it's much better to keep eating the dates.
Well, that's what addiction is, right?
And that's when addiction comes. And that's why you say, these dates, they're too good. They're too tasty for me. I can't do it because I don't want to go out of that stimulus anymore. Let's exchange them through, let's say, eating grapefruit. Still sweet. Grapefruits, yes, I like it. But then, okay, now I can keep working. So this is something that people that hear this could think about. Yes, I'm looking forward to something in the evening. It gives me now energy, but let me analyze it. Because if you involuntarily going out of it, you say, I would like to keep more of the dates eating. And that's why you say, ditch it. It shouldn't control you.
But I do like what you said about replacing it with something healthier. There's a phrase. I forget what the phrase is that talks about that. But it's like, if you're like an addict or someone that has those tendencies, then you can't just quit something cold turkey. You have to replace it with another habit that's a little healthier. Not a little healthier, but a healthy version of what that is. Because if you're like a habit, motivated person, then you can't just stop doing it because then your body's going to look for something at that point.
I understand, because you look for the dopamine in another way.
Yeah. Were you addicted to dates?
I was addicted to dates, and that's why I stopped eating them. And also what I learned is, like, for example, you say you have to replace it with something else that is nice. For example, when I was fasting the earlier times more and more, I have a Ferrari 458 Italia. So I was driving that one while I was fasting. So for 2 hours of driving, I said, nice. I have that 1 to 3 p.m. time gone where I usually would eat.
Yeah,
I'm driving the Ferrari.
So that's the lesson. If you're addicted to something,
Yeah.
Drive a Ferrari instead.
Or what I also did, because I generally don't watch movies, but then I said, okay, I watch a nice movie because I'm not eating today, so I'm replacing it. Or, for example, I generally wake up very much in the morning, 5:11, and then when I do the fast, I do it once per week in general, the next day I can sleep as long as I want. So I'm, again, I'm balancing it a little bit.
Wait,
but try to balance it with ethically sustainable things, of
yeah.
course, that still make fun.
Do you drive for 2 hours? Like you go out and just drive?
No, but it would be something that you could say. I did that in my neighborhood because once I became a bit more wealthy, I bought myself a house in my little neighborhood where I was born and was driving with my Ferrari through the places where I was with my bicycle. And that did that a couple of times, and then I went into a supermarket. So I didn't drive for full 2 hours, but the trip in total would be 2 hours.
And why did you get the Ferrari?
Because in general, I like these things like the golden Rolex, the red Ferrari.
Is that real?
Yes, of course, it's real. It's from Wempe, Day-Date. I liked it. I saw this as a kid, the Day-Date 40.
How much is this one? Can I?
32,000 euros, and now it's 34,000 or 35. But I have enough. It's enough for me because some people, they need 5 watches or 7 Ferraris. Luckily, I only need that one watch and that one car. The topic of watches is finished. Topic of cars, I don't even look on the internet. And I like that. I suggest you, I don't say that it's not, because you can also be a little bit like, I don't know that English word for that, but I'm not hiding that I also like this. And I'm not hiding that I also like a red Ferrari. Because I could also live. If you want to be that serious, then let's live in a cloister, or a monarchy, or how does it say, cloister, where the monks live.
Oh, okay.
But I don't do that. So I'm representing Jesus on my way, on how I do it. But I still, of course, not hiding that I like the golden Rolex, the red Ferrari, but it doesn't consume me. I just have it, good. And I suggested people as well to have to be satiated. Once you got your, because how much more things do men buy? They buy a watch, they buy cars and clothes. I have the white look, I have the car and the watch. So it's so simple for me. It's so simple. If you would throw me somewhere into California and you would say, okay, this is where you live, great, do it. You will be very efficient as a social media person. Would you say it should be the Hollywood area, the Malibu area because of the people there, or the hustle, workout, Venice Beach area? I assume these 3 places are
No, probably West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or like Beverly Hills, or like Hollywood Hills or something like that.
But
that's where all influencers live.
Because you think I would run into them daily and do daily content together with other people?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like collab with other people, it's easier to live close to them. So yeah, and they, like a lot of them live in Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, that area.
Mm-hmm. And if I want to be by the beach,
I'd say Venice.
Okay.
Or Santa Monica. It's like the only
because
two.
You've been there.
Options.
You've been there, and you think it's not so interesting at the moment, or is it still interesting? Or
yeah, it's sick. I love Venice.
Okay,
it's the best.
Okay.
Wait. You told me in our first interview about the why you do the power.
Yes.
Can you give me one right now?
Power, KRAFT, power, strength. This means all the same, I think, because KRAFT means strength.
What does KRAFT mean?
It means strength in German.
Oh,
and
it's not
strength.
like this is my craft.
No, it means KRAFT. And by the way, Stärke, strength means strength, and this doesn't make sense if I would explain that, because it doesn't make sense. But it has something to do with the potato starch, because starch is derived from the German word strength, but it has an even different background than the actual meaning of you are strong. That's why it would be not correct to explain it this way, because it's not like this, that I mean the starch in a potato would make you strong. It has a different background. Yeah, so what do you mean? I learned, well, the self-talk you have is important. If you speak about yourself, I'm the number one, I'm the best, I'm the champion, nobody's better than me, I'm the best. I say that to myself in the morning.
That fucking fires me up.
I'm the number one.
That fires me up.
I'm Jeremy Fragrance, the number one.
Yeah.
In my field, nobody is better than me. I'm the number one. And if you try to say different things to yourself, you will notice, oops, it makes a difference. That's why when I say these words, it's good.
But there's one thing about saying it alone to yourself, in the bathroom, right? Like I'm looking at yourself in the mirror. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yes. But you say it like publicly, like on video and very loudly.
But that I think I know how it started because I was describing fragrances. Mainly and in an emotional way. And my fragrance, I didn't bring it to you because I think you're not ready yet for that one.
What? Which one?
The black tie fragrance. Because
why? I'm a little bit insulted that you don't.
It's also it's my most expensive one, but it's also my most difficult to appreciate. It has Gaiac wood from Paraguay, and it has by nature the smell of smoke and leather.
But how would you explain it emotionally?
Tja, a meme about me is when I do the power, and it's when I smell that fragrance. So it smells like a Harley Davidson driver, alpha man, masculine man, smoky, leathery, and yet flirty. And that's this power thing came when I started describing fragrances.
And you don't think I'm ready to appreciate that one?
Because America,
how do I get ready?
About 20 years ago, America was more on the David of Cool Water, Aqua di Gio, Curve type of fragrances, fresh. And now they're getting more into it, and they are appreciating also oriental fragrances, or even I smelled on another man a rose fragrance, which is unusual for many people at least 20 years ago to smell like a rose fragrance as a man. But in France, in Germany, you can do it. So yeah, it's just I think that people that are not so experienced with fragrances generally prefer fresh fragrances. But since you like this one, the Gentleman's Lounge, which has tobacco oil from Turkey, I understand because I said he's unboxing that one. I should have primed his nose first with the fresh one, because that's also one thing you can do when you want to prepare somebody for an intense fragrance. You first show him other ones, so his nose gets a little bit satiated and is not so sensitive to that intense one.
Yeah, I see.
But I can make it work to send.
Can we do a smell test right now? Can I spray some colognes and you close your eyes and tell me how they smell?
Yes, of course.
I have them down here.
Okay, please. I tell you if they are great or not.
Okay. Now these are.
You can also.
Our producers brought these.
Ah, okay.
Where do I spray it?
Best you spray the cap and you give me the cap and I spray the cap.
Okay.
I smell the cap. I don't look.
This is the cologne that I wear.
This is Kenny's personal collection.
This is my personal go-to.
This is sexy, fresh, clean, but exchangeable. It's sexy, fresh, clean.
You're exchangeable.
I'm more exchangeable.
This is what I say always about Kenny.
Yeah. Sexy, fresh, clean. But dude, you're exchangeable.
Sexy, clean.
I love what you do, man, but you're very exchangeable.
I can be swapped out at any moment.
I'm kidding, dude. You're one of a kind.
Sexy, clean,
Thank you, brother.
a bit exchangeable.
Okay.
Okay. I'm offended.
Whose is this?
That is my girlfriend's.
Okay. This is Kenny's girlfriend's.
Please be nice.
Okay.
Okay, this one has no cap, so can I just spray it in front of you?
Okay.
A cloud in front of you?
Yes, please.
There you go. Right here. Yeah.
Absolutely sexy.
She's gonna be so happy to see this. Yeah.
Sophie is sexy.
Sophie is very happy,
of course. But can you tell me just the brand? Just the brand, not.
Oh, it's very fruity.
Yeah,
very
what is
fruity.
the brand?
What is? It doesn't say it on the bottle.
She says it's from Lancôme. Am I saying that right? Lancôme.
Is it La Vie est Belle? Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
La Vie
Wow.
est Belle, the big compliment getter. What Julia Roberts advertises it.
Yeah.
A big compliment getter, great compliment getter for women. But it does have a cap. Well, you don't have it on.
Yeah.
No.
I
I didn't have it.
Okay, I got this one now. Whose is this?
That's Matt's.
This is Matt's.
Yeah.
All right, just spray it in the cap.
My mother-in-law also bought that for me for Christmas, so very popular cologne.
Oh, nice.
It misses power. but it's more professional than the first one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Professional, lack of power, and fresh. Sadly.
Lack of power.
Lack of. See, that's how I
Sadly.
always describe you.
Get fucked, dude.
Matt.
Lack of power.
Oh, still going.
The office fragrance he shall try.
The what?
My office fragrance. He will.
Does it smell like that?
No, it's
Much more
so
powerful?
much powerful and long lasting and by Alberto Morias, who made Acqua di Gio, or Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger.
Whose is this?
Ovi.
Ovi. Okay, this is another producer of ours. Let me. What the fuck is this?
Oh, it's a tester, so you might need to.
You roll it on your wrist?
I think
Yeah, so he needs.
Yeah.
I'm
he
gonna
needs
roll it on my wrist.
Okay, I smell
Hold
it.
it up. There you go. Did you get it?
It's too soft. I don't get so
Oh,
much.
okay, okay.
Can I smell at least the
Yeah,
point
here.
of the application?
Oh.
It doesn't have. It smells
like that one at
You
all.
could say it has a musky vibe and transparent, almost like for people that don't want to wear fragrance because it doesn't have a lot of smell to it. If I would have to describe the smell, no.
Cody, you want to give him the last one?
Wait, I only need one more.
Okay.
It's not so
Okay,
pleasant.
here's a good one. This
Yeah.
is a good brand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one either. But she clearly hasn't used very much of it. It's all right. This one is a more mainstream brand, I feel like. Okay.
Oh, very good. Very good. My favorite from the men's. Very good. Smells cloudy. Very pleasant fragrance. My favorite. It smells cloudy, fresh. Cloudy, fresh.
Cloudy.
But also a bit detergent-like.
Oh.
Cloudy, fresh detergent-like.
doing so well.
Fresh detergent.
And then
Tide Pod.
But I like it. Cloudy, fresh detergent.
yeah.
Okay, we got one more.
Okay, one more. Cody, can you hold it up? Sorry. Yeah, thanks.
No.
Fuck me. I think I am interchangeable. Or holy shit. Let me get you.
All right, can you smell it?
It smells much more sweeter than the other ones. Oh. Is some type of food or what? Is it something
It's
like
sardines.
a sausage?
It's sardines, and I just spilled the juice all
So
over
I
my
look-
pants. So this is my cologne today. This one right here.
Interesting.
This is the worst thing you could possibly spill on yourself.
Is this wood sage and sea salt?
And that's Joe Malone or Joe. What is it?
Watch
Joe
out.
Malone, right?
Watch out. The Joe Malones, they don't last so long. You have to watch out. You have to look for a lot of Joe Malones and then test on yourself which one is long lasting. I like the wood sage and sea salt, for example.
Can you grab some water?
How long will we speak? Isn't this already enough?
Do you want to go?
No, I think because I don't know how long it goes sometimes.
An hour.
Okay, let's do it. I think it would be so almost a little bit cocky if I would say, "Are we finished?" But we don't have to. But let's focus a little bit on how we can help the people that watch this video.
Sure. What do you have for them?
So I suggest that they make an asset out of themselves
Okay.
instead of, let's say, being in the future AI exchangeable service producing person, for example. Let's say you're a cashier. Watch out, it could be exchangeable in the future. So I suggest look now already.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Look
They're
now.
replacing me as we speak. We're putting a job
yeah.
listing online.
Yeah.
I would say look now that you can become an asset yourself. Something you can even be a great hairdresser, but you can't be exchangeable. So So look for that, I would suggest, or just be a good human, fantastic, or be both. And I would say, please, you do the third one. So we stick with 3. Be an asset, be a good human, and
Jack off. No,
this is yours.
no,
it's not. Third idea.
No, I would say challenge yourself, scare yourself.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Bite off more than you can chew. That has always served me well.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
How do you do it as a comedian? Or I don't know if you consider that, because I heard that nowadays where it's so politically correct and you work with the so-called shock factor, you have to go over the line. So, but it still works because people think it's still funny because it's
but
fun.
I meant scare yourself as in like learn new skills.
Okay.
And do a little bit more than you think you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, comedy, fragrances.
Mm-hmm. You can also learn from different experts, and like Steve Jobs, he learned calligraphy and he didn't think he would use it. I think he said that, but then he used it for his iPad. So sometimes I was, let's say, a dancer, and I didn't think, let's say, as a fragrance critique, you don't think you need to be a good dancer. But nowadays on TikTok, where it's also about visual and dancing, it's useful. So also learning from different experts could be beneficial for your own expertise. So challenge yourself, be a good human, and be an asset yourself.
There you go.
I don't have a problem if a woman would like me for, let's say, my money, because I produce it. But if I would say, or if I would be, let's say, the general manager of a bank, and when I'm, let's say, 65, I don't have the title anymore, and the phone calls drop because I don't have the title anymore, I don't like that so much. But that's why I say it's okay if they like me also for money perspective. But here again, being an asset yourself, I think, would be smart.
What kind of girl are you looking for?
I'm thinking it will be a girl that has English as a first language. It gives me a certain type of an interesting vibe when I speak English with girls, instead of if it's German like with me. I like it too, but it's
too easy.
It's somehow funny, flirty, because I experience both. I also have the gut feeling that it will either be a East European type of a woman, which can be raised in America, a Latin woman, or an Asian woman. I like these. But with Asian, it's big diversity. But I know that the Latin culture and the East European culture, both my parents are from Poland. I'm born in Germany, but my parents from Poland are focused on family. And the girls are so feminine and sexy, but super strong, and support the man as a backbone. Because I learned in a book that the huge guys, in the terms of popularity, let's say, like Napoleon
Mm-hmm.
or Henry Ford, they didn't have the so-called Playboy model woman as a wife. They had the good, normal woman in the background. And I said, oh, good. I don't have to have a social media Playboy TikTok girl as a girlfriend, because I'm already doing that. In the evening, I want to cuddle and just, sometimes I just look at a wall and regenerating my receptors for the next day. And in the evening with the girl or with my wife in the future, I don't want to talk about TikTok and I also don't want her to be a New York City CEO power woman. I don't like that. I'm already this type of guy. So let's do plus and minus and accompany each other. So I think it will be either Latin or East European, but born or raised in America. I think that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what does she smell like?
That is interesting. I don't know if you know or many of your viewers do know that, but a woman, when she goes through her monthly cycle type of behavior, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she smells also different and looks physically also different throughout the month.
Okay.
And I noticed with one woman, I had such a fantastic relationship with her. And I noticed, wow, she smells so sexy naturally. Like natural pheromones coming out of her. And also, she looked so girly and cute. And at other points, I saw her not looking like that, but look at her face was so different. So a woman, you have to, I think, a few days after or before that moment within that month, she looks and smells much more pleasant. So how will she smell? Of course, like
she's on her period?
that she will smell. No, you understand that women smell different by her own. So she will smell fantastically fresh and feminine, musky, plus my fragrance that she will wear that I gift her. For example, my Night for Woman.
Oh, you have that too?
Nice.
There you go, Jesse.
He's got a whole bag.
The only woman in the building right now?
The fragrance Night for Woman is made by the woman that made Black Opium and the Juicy Couture things. My approach with making fragrances was simple. I said, Acqua di Gio Profumo is my favorite men's fragrance. I would like to have the man that made my favorite men's fragrance make my
And did you?
Yes. Alberto Morillas made mine. My favorite woman's fragrance was the fragrance called Viva la Juicy Gold Couture. Not the normal Viva la Juicy, but the Gold Couture, which has an intense sweet caramel note. The woman that made this. So this one is called Night for Woman, and it's sweet, sexy, and
Get in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very girly.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank you. We get some
Bye.
sprays too.
Yeah. Thank
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
A whole cloud.
I'm trying to smell. All I can smell is sardine right now. It's all over me.
Wow.
That does smell good. That smells like caramel.
Wow, that's really good.
that's
He's a
fucking crazy.
master at doing these almost gourmandy fragrances, meaning gourmand, like you want to eat it, but it doesn't smell like chocolate. Because the idea, in case you don't know, there are fragrances that smell like chocolate or like other things, cotton candy. The idea of smelling like chocolate is interesting, but the reality is not. And that's why she balances the fine line between making it yummy and sweet, but not like food.
So, are you selling a lot of fragrances? How's business? Is it?
Oh, it's
is it booming?
fantastic. I make very much revenue, but I don't use the money because I don't need the watch anymore.
So
I
you
don't
just
need-
save it.
I'm saving it, for example, for a house or an apartment I want to buy. I already have 2 apartments in Miami, so I'm looking for my 3rd one. I'm renting them out. But what else should I buy with the money that I have? It won't be a car. It won't be a watch. The food, we people get food for free often anyways. We can even sleep at friends' places for free anyways because we are popular. So
Not paying you.
what should I do with the money? And then you hear even kids, I don't have kids yet, but even kids from wealthy people don't turn out so good like if you hustled as a kid hard, because when you think, okay, when I'm 21, I get $1.5 million from my father. Why should I work hard now? So you think, what should I do with the money? So that's why I make a lot of money with the brand, but I'm not, let's say, 300 times millionaire. But I think I'm freer than many multi-mega ultra millionaires, because you don't forget, some people, to get to a certain level, they had to do certain things. And I did almost all successful, great, wealthy, big accomplishments in an ethically good way. And that's why you can't get me in a way like you could get other people. And that's why I like being how it is, instead of saying, oh, come on, I want much more money. But and I, let's say I join some type of secret society or I do whatever. I don't need that, because you can't get me with the money. So that's also a good guideline for people. Don't get, I mean, you know how you feel about yourself and things when you are alone, and that it should be a good type of a self-dialogue. The auto-suggestions, don't forget that. The things that you say to yourself is so important.
Power.
Yeah, in my brain,
Craft.
it's number one. Let's go, weiter. Come on, let's go, weiter geht's. Come. When things happen and come on, let's go, weiter. Meaning, weiter means next. So my inner dialogue is generally forward, let's go. And there was even an experiment with rats. They could somehow change the attitude of a rat, that he feels he's a champion and they could change the attitude of the other rat to that he's a loser, and they threw the
I think I heard about this.
Yeah, and they threw that rat into.
Wait, but how do you convince a rat that he's a loser?
I don't know what they did, but
They just screamed at it?
or they fueled.
You
him,
suck!
They fueled him with some type of
You little rat bitch.
substance, and the champion rat was put into a cage with other rats, and the other rats were, oh, okay, the champion is here. They backed off, and the other guy, different behavior. So, I suggest people also to, concluding from that, generally always feel like a champion if you can.
That's actually a really good takeaway.
Always feel like a winner,
Yeah.
even if you're physically
I think that
tired.
goes hand in hand with like manifesting. The way that people use that phrase, a lot of people think it's just like you think of things and they come true, but it's you have to believe that you're capable of achieving the things that you want. If you really believe that, then you will naturally gravitate towards people and
of course.
situations that put
Because, the woman Jessie is my goal. I want to reach her. If I know that, I know. And if you put this table in front of me, it's okay.
She's got a boyfriend.
I go around the table because I know what I want. And so if you know what you want, it's pretty smart because then you go towards direction and you keep focused. But just that people don't misunderstand that, I say always feel like a champion. In German, I would say, du musst dich immer wie ein Gewinner fühlen, like champion mentality. That doesn't mean that you always have to be physically strong because we also sleep. But let's say that even just that you get the picture when somebody would slap you, okay, and your lip bleeds, but I'm still fighting. Okay, and you're tired and you didn't eat, but I'm still a fighter. It still is to me champion mentality. Although you're physically weak, I'm still fighting for survival. It's still champion. And now I'm recovering. I'm sitting here. I'm eating an orange. I feel like a champion, ready for the next
Or some
day.
dates? No.
Yeah, you have to watch out.
Yeah.
With certain things, but
Yeah.
it's a good line between recovery and action.
Yeah. Can I ask you one question, then we can wrap it up if you want. You have gained a lot of notoriety here because of your social media presence and the clips of you.
And you're a superstar. Germans tell me, Cody told about you.
Wait,
made
what?
a video
Really?
about you. Yes, of
In
course.
Germany?
The Germans, they say, wow, Cody made a video about you. I said, okay, wow, mega. Yeah.
So
Well-
what's your strategy when you go to film a TikTok? Like you came in here, you were hot. You were
Okay.
already on TikTok.
I tell you what my strategy is, because funnily I'm getting booked on events as a speaker with big other people in Germany. Me, even on a doctor's conference.
What?
Yeah, even
what?
with doctors, because I'm very popular and different in Germany, and they want my expertise. And for they invite different speaking conferences. Look, for example, now I almost said the word. I do it now demonstratively. I said something. Well, if you put these two letters together, E and H, how does it sound?
A.
No, E and H. It would be some type of.
Oh.
No, you don't say ah.
A. Well, in Canada,
Correct.
A.
Correct. What you just said before that. And I didn't like to do that. Didn't like to say that. And I also didn't like to say the word in German. I say it in English. It's written MAYBE. Whenever I said that,
May I be?
I did push-ups to punish myself. 20. 22, for example. I did 20 push-ups. I can also do one-handed, but I don't 21 or something. But this is something on how this is a way on how I stopped doing certain habits. For example, with punishing myself with push-ups. But my success strategy at the moment is 3 things. And by the way, I learned that also from a German producer. He mentioned the magic of 3. If you explain things to people, keep it with 3 things. They can't remember 4.
That's
Stick
true.
with 3.
That's true.
I say sexy fragrance, good for night out, and it's sweet. Sexy night out, sweet fragrance, and it has a cucumber note. It's too much. Sexy, sweet night out fragrance. Enough. Okay, so that's why I say 3 things. I post on the relevant entertainment platforms. number one successful thing. Number two is I post very, very much every day. Not one, but about 15 times. In a great, intense energy.
Right.
That's it. The big entertainment platforms, I post a lot with intense energy. And that's my success at the moment.
And you're very like stream of consciousness. Like you just say whatever comes to mind, right?
Yeah. You could call this controlled chaos.
Yeah, okay.
Meaning,
so it's all calculated.
I don't know how football works still to this day, but I heard that in a podcast. I think that the first 4 seconds of football are generally pretty much planned, and then they do freestyle. What do I mean with that? For example, I do my morning routine. I do that, and I'm finished, prepared. And now whatever comes out of your mouth, let the chips fall as they may, sort of saying. That's what I mean. Controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Meaning I do the chaos, but before that, I better put myself in a good mood instead of being in another mood and then just, then some stuff can come out. So I focus that I'm in a high energy state before I post a lot on the relevant platforms.
Can we see you make another TikTok?
Of course. Should
Can
I
we do one together?
I yes, okay.
I want to witness.
pretty
I
hesitant.
want to witness. Well, we already did one.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to witness the magic in person, though.
So I have a song. One on the right, one on the front, and on the top, and one behind. This is my song.
To get you pumped up.
No, this is my actual song.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, it's my song. And the verses. Is it coming? And the verses. You smell like cotton candy. You smell like popcorn. You need
Oh, okay, I know
ideas
that
for
song.
some fragrances. I've got some. So what I would do with you is we take the 15 seconds, and you take a and I take a fragrance, and that would be it. Or
I love it.
okay, then Michael, or could you film us? So we have to. You have to. Yeah. You press this countdown thing, and that we are on the. Okay, then we do one more. One more. You spray. Now me. And on the top, top and behind. And
To my
finish.
mouth.
And now you have some fragrance in your. Thank you. Wow.
We did it, folks. We did it.
Wow. This could go viral so nicely. Yeah.
Jeremy, don't forget to tell about some of the fragrance.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah, what's going on?
I want to say something.
He said you did something cool a couple days ago.
Yeah, don't forget that I made a collaboration with a man who sits in the Oscar committee, meaning he decides also who gets an Oscar, and is a man, he lives in Hollywood. His name is William Goldstein, and he's very talented at making music freestyle in the moment. So we did a title called The Sound of Fragrance, meaning I showed him 2 fragrances and he created freestyle music, and it will be available only at the start for my viewers, if I can say so, of my website, fragrance.one, that song and how we did it together. So
You can go on your website
Yeah.
and listen to the song.
the customers of my brand can have access to that video where I was with William Goldstein. I showed him the fragrance, and then he made up his house. He bought it from Priscilla Presley. He made a song after he smelled my fragrance, and
that's pretty cool,
That
actually.
didn't exist yet, meaning capturing the smell of a fragrance in a melody. I also primed his brain a little bit, saying, for example, is a flirty, romantic fragrance, and he made some type of a Titanic sounding like sound out of it. It was, and the
So
other
why not
one-
put that on YouTube?
Yeah, I think we will do it also, but my friend Michael, who works with me on my brand, also mentioned that would be a smart way to get some of your audience also on my fragrance brand. If you want to smell them, it's fragrance.one.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You have 12 seconds left.
You've been counting down the seconds, dude. You're ready.
TikTok break.
You're ready to dip out of here.
Wait, where's
okay, here.
where's the camera here? Where's the camera?
Look at it. Yeah.
Yes.
Can we end it by doing one last craft together
Okay.
or power?
Kraft, power, strength.
Craft, power, strength at the same
Oh.
time, or no?
Okay. Kraft, power. And then the last one is strength. A little bit like very intense. So the first one is Kraft, and the second one is
Power,
power.
power.
And then strength. You like a wrestler.
Okay.
Like the wrestling people.
Okay.
Okay, so how do we do it?
1, 2, 3. Craft, power, strength.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.